Now we will learn Java 14. Java 14 was released in March 2020. It was a non-LTS release, mainly bringing improvements to the language, JVM, and the developer experience. The important Java 14 features are switch expressions, standard, pattern matching for instance of preview, then records preview, help need null pointer exception standard, then text block second preview, then JFR event streaming, that is a standard, JGC improvement, packaging tools, incubator. So let's understand them one by one. Switch expression. So this is one of the most important feature of Java 14. Before Java 14, switch was mainly a statement. Now it's a expression. Old approach we have int day 2, string result, switch day, case 1, result Monday break, case 2, result Tuesday break, default result invalid. Notice we need break, we need a separate variable, more boilerplate, so more boilerplate code. And then in Java 14 with switch expression, int day 2, string result switch day, case 1 Monday, case 2 Tuesday, default invalid. Much cleaner. So much cleaner code is there and break is removed. So multiple case we have switch string result switch day, case 1 7 weekend, and case 2 3 4 5 6 is weekday. Default invalid and yield. If you have multiple statement inside a case, use yield. Then int day 2, then a string result, switch day, case 1 Monday, case 2, system.out.println, processing, yield, Tuesday, default invalid. So uh, Java 14 made switch expression a standard feature. Then pattern matching for instance of. Second change is pattern matching for instance of. This was introduced as a preview feature in Java 14. Before Java 14, object obj equals to hello. If obj instance of string, string is str is equal to string object system.out.println string.length. We had to do instance of explicit casting in after Java 14. What the code look like? Obj object obj equals to hello. If obj instance of string system.out.println str length. Only this much. So here obj instance of a string str does two things. Check whether obj is a string, automatically creates variable str. So it automatically creates variable str. So explicitly casting is removed. So what we cast it explicitly in above like this we don't need it after Java 14. So this so explicitly casting is removed. Example obj Java obj instance of string str and n string dot length is greater than 3. Then if this condition is correct, then system.out.println str dot to uppercase. So this becomes a standard feature in Java 16. In Java 16, this feature becomes the standard feature. Now we are learning about Java 14. So records. Records were introduced as a preview feature in Java 14. Records are useful when you need a simple class whose main purpose is to hold data. Traditional class, suppose we need class employee. So traditionally what we do, class employee, private final int day, private final string name, public employee, int id, string name, this dot id equals id, this dot name equals name. So public int get id, return id, public string get name, return name equals hash code to string. So there is a lot of boilerplate code. So we say that Java 14 record employee int id string name. So record we used, that's it. We don't need to do all these things like which we have done like this class employee private and then this then it's constructor and then it's methods. So we don't need to do this thing. We just write record employee int id string name and it's done. So Java automatically provides constructor accessor methods equal hash code to string. Everything it automatically gives you. So the usage is employee employee emp equals to new employee one not one and James. So system.out.println id employee id and employee dot name. Notice record accessors are employee dot id and employee dot name. It will given by Java automatically. So not emp.getID and emp.getName. Why records? Records are particularly useful for DTOs. It will automatically create DTOs, API response objects, immutable data, and configuration data carriers. So records become a standard in Java 16. Helpful null pointer exception. The fourth feature is helpful null pointer exception. This becomes a standard feature in Java 14. Before Java 14, suppose employee.getAddress.getCity.getName. If you get a null pointer exception, the message could be something like java.lang.nullPointerException. You don't immediately know which part was null. So Java 14 give a much more helpful message. For example, cannot invoke address.getCity because the run return value of employee.getAddress is null. This makes debugging much easier. So the question, what is the purpose of helpful null pointer exception? Answer to this question is Java 14 improved null pointer exception messages by identifying the specific expression or variable that was null, making debugging easier. So it will give you the exact position where the entity was null. Whatever is null, it will give. So it makes debugging easier. So text block is also was introduced earlier as a preview in Java 13 and received their second preview in Java 14. They allow multi-line string without lots of slash n and escaping. So before, how we write string JSON is equal to slash n name like this, and ugly and difficult to maintain. It looks so ugly and it is difficult to maintain. So now in with text block, what we can do, string JSON, triple quotes, then name JSON age 30, and then triple quotes. This looks much cleaner and easier to understand. So useful for JSON, SQL, HTML, XML, and multi-line messages. Text block becomes standard in Java 15. In Java 15, it becomes standard. So now JFR event streaming. Java Flight Recorder JFR was already available, but Java 14 introduced JFR event streaming. It allows application to consume JFR event continuously while the application is running. This is useful for monitoring things like CPU usage, memory, garbage collection, threads, and JVM activity. For production system, this can help with real-time JVM monitoring and diagnosis. So this is the feature. And then the seventh feature is ZGC improvements. Java 14 continued improvements to Z garbage collector ZGC. ZGC is designed for application that required very large heaps, very low post time, and predictable performance. Java 14 improved ZGC capabilities, including returning unused memory to the operating system on supported platforms. This is more of the JVM performance feature than a day-to-day JVM coding features. So it's a performance feature and more on the part of performance. 8 is packaging tool. Java 14 introduced the packaging tool JPackage as an incubator feature. The goal was to package Java application into platform-specific installable package. For example, an application could eventually be packed as Windows installer, Mac OS package, and Linux package. This makes Java application easier to distribute to end user. So now comes to Java 14 most important. What are the most important features are switch expressions, standard, pattern matching for instance of that is preview, records that is preview, helpful null pointer exception that is a standard, text block that is second preview, first preview is in Java 13, then JFR event streaming that is a standard, then ZGC improvement, then J packages, and easy way to remember what how we remember it easily. That switch plus records plus pattern matching plus better NPE. So these are the things that we have got in Java 14. And remember the evolution, that how it's evolve, how it's evolved. So Java 13 it's switch expression preview, then Java 14 is switch expressions standard, and then Java 14 record preview, Java 14 instance of pattern matching preview, then helpful NPE standard, then Java 15 we can say text block is standard. In Java 16, we have records plus instance of pattern matching standard. The four feature I would focus on most are the switch expression, records, pattern matching for instance of, and helpful null pointer exception. So this is all for Java 14. Thanks for watching.